Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 18 Week 13 BearCave games. We are back 2 weeks from conference championships, another season coming down to the wire. We've already had some crazy upsets. East Carolina went down. We also had Texas Tech take a tumble in the watch party. So as always though, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty, ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim a team, set the schemes and the playbooks, recruit in the Discord, complete in server games, and build your way to a national championship. If you want to check it out, links are in any of our descriptions. And if you want even more content from the SFA, want to get on watch parties, or be on the playoff committee, which is coming up, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. And as always, if you are watching live, we do have ads on the stream. We are affiliated, so make sure you use the Twitch Prime sub so you don't miss out on any of the action. But we've got a stellar slate of games today, a lot of impactful games for playoff spots and divisional races. And then, of course, we are going back to the Big 12 for game day a little bit later on. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Glad you guys are joining with us as Coach Mike Gronstall renews his sub, 14 months. Thank you, thank you. Eastern Michigan on track to potentially win the MAC. They've got to get it done. And as always, check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel. They're doing a lot of hats and mystery box giveaways as they prepare for college football. But let's get on into it. We've got a heavy slate and maybe none more important than this game right here. Notre Dame already eliminated from playoff contention as they were the independent bid last season, and they are trying to stifle Boston College from getting the bid this year. I believe if they win this game, Boston College, while they'll still be, 4-loss, have a chance. I believe that they'll probably not be in the field. I gotta check the logistics, but still, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a ton of crazy games. After this week, I will go through each of the conferences and give you guys the exact scenarios as we prepare for Saturday, which is week 14, and that will be an extended BearCave where it could be 10 matchups, it could be 30 matchups that impact divisional races. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And remember, guys, VODs will be available on YouTube. We also just started a Croker's Dynasty along with Dolores, if you want to check that out. We're already 7 episodes in. I'm uploading daily. I already have 3 episodes recorded and uploaded, ready to set live each day. Only days I'm not going to be uploading that series is when we have game day. So make sure to check it out, as all of our reward players will be coming from that series over the next couple of seasons. Okay, so that's all the stuff I wanted to yap about. Let's get on into the game. So, Yui, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And make sure you guys are participating in the polls. This is the best way for you guys to earn Bobanos, which you can trade in for a raffle ticket at the end of the season to get an 80 overall reward player. Those are huge. So are you going with Boston College or Notre Dame? Notre Dame having a tough year with a freshman quarterback, a lot of offensive line injuries. So make sure you guys participate in the polls. Boston College is a slim 3-point favorite here today at home. We got Dogwater here welcoming Coach Phi. Nathan is here. Coach Wind is here as well. You can submit Derby if you submit it soon, but it has to be a game that is not here. The other Coach Mike is here. Georgia Tech, they got a win. Tough year for Georgia Tech, but still nice to get wins every now and again. All right, so I don't see Yui in here, so we'll just go heads and kick like usual. So let's get it started. Week 13 coming down to the wire. A lot of people's favorite part of the season is once we get to conference championships and the playoff. Top 15 defense in the country. Boston College learning Nils ball here the year after he leaves. So here we go. Coach Yui, great offense, terrible defense. We'll see Teihun Akamoto. This might be the last time we ever watch Teihun. So we'll see if we can jump into this game. Remember, BearCave style is we sim to the end. If it's close, we'll watch it play out. If not, we will just sim right through on to the next game. So here we go. Boston College, Notre Dame, critical independent matchup. Notre Dame strikes twice. Oh, man, the road team on top right now, and then they get a 92-yarder to end the first quarter. Boston College punching back, but Notre Dame a big gain. Notre Dame is cooking today, 24-7 on the road. As we go to the second half, can Boston College come back? Notre Dame known for their paper-thin defense, but not today. 31-7 right to the dome. Make it 38. It's not looking good for Boston College. Can Notre Dame? Yes, sir. That's going to do it. Nail in the coffin. 45-7. Pure domination today for the Fighting Irish. And for a lot of you guys, that is a very good sight to see, as Boston College losing will potentially open up an at-large spot in the 14-team playoff, as Notre Dame, they start out with a defensive touchdown. Slaughter got a 91-yarder, and then that was it. How about that day for Enzo McKay? 4 passing touchdowns for Coach Huey. 17 of 32, 336, 4 touchdowns and 1 pick for the Gem 1-star prospect. Fuller had 88 yards. Tehu Nakamoto had 62. As Ivan Murray goes 4 for 111 and 2 touchdowns. On defense, Tank Abrams, the SFA player, had 11 tackles, 4 TFLs. Sacks today, they had 3 total. Rambo Edges got involved. Cherry Burge gets 1, and they had 2 fumbles as well. So, defensive masterclass here. We haven't seen that in quite a while, as Paris Holloway, the redshirt freshman quarterback, could not do much. He was under the Concepcion line. Nobody got more than 3 catches. This looks like a Texas Tech wide receiver stat line. Malachi Dawkins, the SFA player, had 7 tackles, 3 TFLs for Morris. No interceptions. You get paid out Bobanos just from watching, Dogwater. So 45-7, that is a Notre Dame outright win to start the BC day. Notre Dame shot, I like that. We'll pay you guys out. Only, or I think 70% of you guys chose this one, so congratulations. As always, got to take a second to grab my screenshot here. The players of the game. Enzo McKay, Scott Grant. Let's see here if my thing would not crash. Enzo McKay. So that is a Notre Dame outright for those of you guys scoring at home. Notre Dame dominated. The +3. Got 15 viewers in here. Thank you guys for joining in on a Monday afternoon. As now we head to the SEC, and I'll figure it out later, but this division is ridiculous. I don't know who's going to end up winning it. LSU won today. I think they're in the lead, but we got the Omahogs and we got Alabama. So who are you rocking with? This is an Alabama favorite. Only 2.5 point spread, though. So are you rocking with Bama or the Omahogs? Arkansas at +2.5. Been a very up and down year for Arkansas. When we watch them live, they've been very good, but the young freshmen struggling in the sim matchups. Coach Keat, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Yeah, UTEP did take down Texas Tech today in the watch party. Game is on YouTube if you want to check that out. It was a crazy game in the rain. Heads and kicks, so you're at home, so we'll just kick. So here we go. SEC action, Bama and Arkansas. Not sure if this is going to impact the divisional race. I'll break it down after this week, but want to make sure we saw the Omahogs again, as they are fighting for bowl eligibility irregardless. 2 wins will guarantee Arkansas a bowl game, as we've got rain here in Fayetteville, or Fayetteville, however you want to say it. Remember, guys, 7 wins will guarantee you a bowl. If you win a division, it guarantees you a bowl. Last couple of years, no 6-6 teams have really gotten in, and maybe just a few 7-win stragglers have missed their bid. So here we go. The Omahogs, the Razorbacks. And they take down Bama. There's Franklin's the third, the SFA player. Did I mess up the jerseys? That is the question. I did for Coach Keep. My bad, Slime. So here we go. Five and 5, no score early here in the rain. Oh, man. Very defensive battle. Alabama scores first. Omaha struggling here today, but the defense is firing on all cylinders. Touchdown, Arkansas. As they take the lead into the second half. We're going back and forth. Alabama takes the lead. Arkansas strikes right back. I don't see Dier Rideau. I see Carr in, so maybe he's out for the game potentially. And a long touchdown there for Alabama. And, all right, the Omahogs are on their back foot. They've got to get a stop here. We're going to go one play at a time. Not like this. They do get the 4th down stop, and the field goal is no good. Arkansas lives to fight another day, but they can't find Pater. They got to get a 3 and out here. Oh, no, we can't jump in till the 2-minute mark. Not like this. 3rd and 5, game probably on the line. Under center for Alabama. Rain is pouring. They're going to run the clock. Can Shaquille O'Neal's big old diesel save the day? Currently in Alabama. Cover! Oh, he struck him hard. I don't know who that was, but he struck, and they're going for it. So if they can get the stop here, they will have a chance. Massive play here for the Omahogs. 4th and 5, game on the line. It's a counter to the outside. Oh, I thought it was holding. He's out of bounds. So game not technically over. Andy Bird gets it with ease. So technically not over. They've got to force a fumble. Fullback dive, and he can. Thomas Sanders will have a couple more chances. O'Dreary on the tackle. And off to the outside. Andy Bird again. He turns the corner. Touchdown, Alabama. 17 yards should seal the game. So now we have to go back to the sim to see if Arkansas can get it back. No big play here. A 32-yarder to Bork Buns. Game still not out of reach. Touchdown! All right. 29 seconds in a dream for the Omahogs. It's not over quite yet. $30 seconds left. Can they get the onside kick? We saw one in the watch party get recovered. Come on, Omahogs. The kick, and caught. They got to force the fumble, and big hit. He hangs on. Alabama will survive. So barring disaster, the Omahogs will drop another. And they'll need to win their final game to get to bowl eligibility. Coach Key calls his final timeout. Will they run a real play? No, they will not. So the future is bright for the Omahogs. It's always an uphill battle when you have a ton of freshmen. It looks like they'll start and be 5 of 6. They'll need to win their final game here to reach bowl eligibility. So Alabama gets it done. Their hopes at bowl eligibility is still intact. 40 carries, 198 for Andy Bird. The Omahawks will be back. Cleve Peppers is a pocket passer. Some sort of pocket passer, I believe. Regular jerseys, heads and kick for Stanford. Thank you, Wind, for getting that in early, as you're on like a 40-second delay every day. So here's a look at the scoring summary. 27-21. Danny Omaha, 22 of 41, 301, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception in the rain. That's actually a very good day. Dier Rado left after 7 carries, or they just made a change. This is not great running today for the entire team. I mean, Rado was okay. Mo Meals got 1 carry, the 7-footer. Bork Buns led the way. Stevenson as well. David Edwards, most tackles. Mo Meals had a TFL along with O'Dreary. The sack went to Newell. No interceptions on the day, and the deflection for Edwards. They did have 2 fumbles. Tyrone Flair, he must have forced a fumble on special teams. Nicely done. And for Alabama, Jeff Newton, 19 of 29, 239, and 2 touchdowns. Bird goes 40 for 198. Franklin's the SFA player, goes 8 for 53. And on defense, Trent Silva and Maurice Smith. 5 TFLs for Maurice Smith today. 3 total sacks. The interception for Deshaun Moore. And the deflection for Hudson. Fumble for Silva. They did not recover it. So that's an Alabama cover for those of you guys following along on BearCave. 58% of you guys trusted in the Tide. And how about that game for Ohio? They somehow managed to keep pace in the conference despite taking double overtime to beat Marshall. Ohio Mania still alive by the skin of their teeth, as that is a Alabama cover. All right, let's move along as we got Stanford at California. So we've got Coach Wind taking on California in a massive Pac-12 matchup. I don't think Stanford has a chance at the division, but California sure as hell does. 1 win here, and they should be able to clinch it. I think it just depends on the schedule if they've beaten USC or not. I don't remember that game. I think they beat USC. But this is our first pick'em of the day and our only one. So who do you guys got? You got Corey Light and DeQuinton Sims, or do you have Cal, who's kind of come out of nowhere this year? Cal or Stanford? The big game. Very even there. Big time offense for California. So heads and kick. Damn, I'm getting roasted by Wind. Curse of the Guinea Pig. What is that? I'm sorry, Key, about the wideout. I was just thinking about your equipment team. Wanna make their job a little bit easier, trying to get those stains out. Trying to save you some NIL on that one. So here we go. Top 25 defense here for Stanford. They've had a decent year, and we all kind of thought, once again, first year with the new team, bit of a rebuild mode, but they've been in the hunt. Fringe top 25 team. And Cal's kind of come out of nowhere. They could make the playoffs here. Cal, one of the winningest programs in SFA history. They are a top 5 team in win percentage. As I got a Graping Ghost going today. Let me know what flavor Ghost you are drinking. I don't check my DMs mid-game, Moon. Sorry. Alright, wind wanted heads in kick, I believe. Let me just scroll up to triple check. So I've already screwed up. Keith, make sure to DM me that you redeemed that raffle ticket so that I can credit you for it. All right, here we go. Big Pac-12 South matchup. Cal strikes early, and they strike first. They strike again! But Stanford comes back. Can Corey Light, can he find a way? Corey Light again. They get a field goal. Come on, Corey. Cal is up 10. Oh, they're up 17! All right, Stanford, they come back, though. They score 14 right out the half, and they take the lead. No, they settle for a field goal. So a big third quarter ties the game for Stanford, coming out of nowhere. And Cal, they get one. We're going to go one play at a time after this drive. All right, one play at a time. We'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. Long play there. Can they get off the field? 3rd and 5. No, they can't. 3rd and 6. Here we go. Fringe field goal range for the Golden Bears. Trips left. Mark Cooper, the quarterback. 27-30. They're going to run a little bit of clock here. And counter here for Cal. They're going to get it. Oh, no. Stanford. One more chance. That was a massive chance, and they couldn't do it. So last chance here. No first down. Handoff to the outside. A stiffy, and he goes down. Joey Jordan. First down will end the game. They can give up a field goal and still have a chance here. Trips left, 2nd and 8. Handoff. Oh, he trucked him. He just was looking for contact. He could have gone right past him. He went backwards to truck the defender. 3rd and 5, game on the line. You know this is a rivalry game when that's happening. 3rd and 5. Handoff. Joey Jordan up the middle. He broke the tackle. He finds room. That's going to be a win for the Golden Bears. And they may have just won the division. Does anybody know if they beat USC? I think Cal did beat USC, so I think California is potentially going to the Pac-12 championship. I can't confirm it. But Coach Wind completely chokes. All you had to do was tackle, Slime. So California coming out of nowhere. What a year for the Golden Bears. Now, obviously, this is Washington's game to lose here in the Pac-12 championship, but so this is a California outright win on BearCave. So congratulations to the California bettors. As now Stanford is going to have to end up winning their Week 14 game to even get a bowl. So Cal did beat USC. Okay, so at 7-1, I believe that it's official. I believe that Cal is going to the Pac-12 championship, which likely will eliminate Bryce Beers, from going to a third straight CFP. So all of you Bryce Spears haters can rejoice. The Golden Bears have saved you. Such a shame. Come on, Wind. Wind, I'm convinced Corey Light threw this game so that his rival, Bryce Spears from high school, wouldn't make the playoffs. Yeah, maybe the Patreon podcast will come back at some point. It just depends on Miss TC's health, of course. I've been doing the preseason one and the postseason one. But yeah, the weekly ones I had to put on hold. But I will have a full division breakdown after this week, no matter what. But it will be like a media article. It won't be like an audio thing. So Corey Light goes 15 of 33, 194, and 2 touchdowns for the true freshman. Rushing to Quentin Sims, 34 carries, 189, and a tutty. Osborne, 567, 1 touchdown, 2 for 9. And on defense, TFL's Hobbs gets 2, 1 sack for Ovi Ugwa, and no picks. California, Mark Cooper, 19 of 36, 334, and 2 tutties. Coley gets 2, but it was Jordan who came in and finished the job. That was a fullback that just domed Stanford. 182 for Eric Freeman. 11 tackles for Clint Matthews. He had 4 TFLs. No sacks, no interceptions. Forced fumbles for Mike Hubbard. And that will do it. So California with a big-time win here today at home. Sims gets player of the game, the top player from season 17. He's only going to get better. He's already like top 5 leading rushers in the nation. I'm sure they'll be just fine. So this is a California outright. Remember, guys, if you are on the bubble for Bulls, 7 wins is the magic number. There might be a chance this year. We have some deflated win counts, I believe. So there might be a chance that 6-6 teams squeaking in there. But you really do not want to be on that bubble. So we're going to keep it in the Pac-12. Keep it in the family. BYU at Washington. So 7-3 after some early season injuries. BYU has come back here. And Washington still undefeated in conference. Damian, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. But this is an 8-point game. And this just reminds me, my derby pick is Timothy Buffett for Florida State. I forgot to say it earlier. But I always need to tell you guys before that game comes. All right, so are you going to go with Washington at -8? Or are you rocking with BYU? Last year, BYU made a couple late season upsets, including keeping Taylor Prado out of the playoffs. The most controversial recruits of all time. So here we go. Minute on the clock. Who are you rocking with? Yeah, even 7 wins means you're not guaranteed. But from my calculations earlier this week, I'm thinking that there's a chance we'll get some 6-win teams in there. Yeah, no, 6-6 will still be bowl eligible for sure. I take a sip of that Graping Ghost, baby. Remember, guys, Croakers, the Season 2 home openers already on the channel. I have an episode every day coming for you this week. Poor old Croakers. All right, here we go. BYU in Washington. Fifth best offense versus the second best offense. We should see some fireworks tonight. The most picked players in BearCave this week was Brandon Outlaw and Jurassico Rose for the Derby. So let's see what happens. Husky Stadium, look at all that gold. Washington looking to get back to the semifinals and win it this year. Is BYU trying to get to a prestigious bowl game. Don't think they have a chance at the division. They need to win today and hope Washington loses in the Apple Cup to Skyflyer. So nice start here, no points. BYU scores first. Not the best start for the Washington bettors. They do get 3. BYU again! Oh my God, BYU. BYU, the Mormons are cooking. They are soaking. Washington coming back, though. You cannot count this team out. 21-10 as we head to the fourth. It's 18! It's 18! We got another top 10 upset brewing. Washington on the ropes. It's 28-17. I can't jump in unless it's a one-score game, but here comes Washington. They punch it home. They're not going to go away without a fight. They do not get the 2-point conversion. We cannot jump in until the 2-minute mark. Here we go. Washington somehow got the ball. There was a fumble. Washington has it. Brandon Outlaw, one-handed grab. The team of destiny. How did they get the sin fumble right before I got in the game? That's crazy. That's a catch. Why is that? No, Ben Williams. I thought that was Go-Go Lanes. But he's, I guess, number 44 maybe. So here comes Outlaw. Brandon Outlaw, deep drop. Steps up, jams it deep to the corner, way out of bounds. 2nd and 10. BYU has him on the ropes. Come on, even like it's totally subjective on when I jump in. It's around 2 minutes when I feel the vibe. I already told you I picked Timothy Buffett. But oh, that could have ended it. Latimer had it in the midst. But how was I supposed to know that there was going to be a fumble? Crazy talk. 3rd and 10. Washington might choke this golden opportunity. Blitz. Nobody blocked him. Outlaw doesn't care. Ball's on the ground. Oh, they called it incomplete. Washington bailed out again. Washington keeps getting bailed out. Game on the line. Can BYU win it here? Outlaw, floaty, caught. He has to make a play. He's short. He's short. They still have all 3 timeouts, but at what cost? They've got to make a play here. 1 first down should do it. Earl Snyder Sr., the handoff, down he goes. Remember, Shamar Winter still struggling with a lower body injury. No, Combsy is still there. 2nd and 14. At least he hasn't left to serve yet. 2nd and 14, Harry Beck. Harry Beck. 3rd and 11. But Shamar Winter on the sideline lines, all he can do is watch. Can Earl Snyder Sr. find Elijah Good, top of the screen, the SFA player? They're going to keep it on the ground. There goes Beck. Oh, he came out of nowhere. Washington gets the stop. Coach Damien gets another chance. The reason why some of these teams stay at the top every couple of years is they just know how to win. This is one of those moments for the Huskies. As that will go out the back of the end zone. A minute, 6 seconds in a dream. Jurassico Rose, the leading receiver in the nation. Only 80 yards today. The transfer from Charlotte, the former reject. And no touchdowns. 1st and 10. Under center. It's Outlaw. Dumps that off to Williams, and he goes down. Clock is running. They can't stop it. Yes, Rose and Outlaw were the most picked guys this week. Outlaw dumps that off again to Williams. It's just all day. Williams is the only guy open, but the problem, he's not getting first downs. Clock is ticking. They've already wasted 20 seconds. It's 3rd and 3. You got to do more than this. You need a tutty. He yams it deep. Oh, baby, 50-50, incomplete. Looking for Jurassico Rose. 4th and 3, game on the line. Can BYU secure the upset? Outlaw, he has time. He's got to find a first. He yams. No! Turnover! Down goes Washington. A shocker here in the Pacific Northwest. The Mormons are soaking tonight, baby. Earl Snyder Sr. Triple zeros, top 10, Washington goes down. BYU with the outright victory. And folks, next week's Apple Cup is massive now. Can Sky Flyer send BYU to the championship game? So 28-23. The problem with a fantasy league fight is just the amount of work it takes and the stat tracking. So I could do a fantasy league, but I'd have to eliminate the Derby, and I would have to eliminate BearCave. But the problem is like, for like, if I just gave BearCave somebody, sure, they can do it. But for stats, for the league, I need to do it all. I have the file, right? So Harry Beck had himself a day. Elijah Good with a touchdown. Earl Snyder Sr., 17-33, 251 and 3 touchdowns. Harry Beck, 29-90. For TFLs. Washington, Brandon Outlaw, he does get 2 touchdowns, 343. Cinch Brown, 96 yards and a tutty. Bit of a down day for him. And Jurassico Rose, no scores. It's a big 0 for some of you guys. Garrett Bush, 11 tackles, 3 TFLs for Tremaine Mack. He had the sack. No interceptions. Deflections to Alex Spicer and the fumble to Singleton. But that is a big-time upset here on BearCave. That is a BYU outright victory. So let's go ahead and pay you guys out here. 40% of you guys are actually rocking with BYU on that one. Congratulations. Welcome in, McNasty. So BYU outright. All right, next game up is we're headed to the Big Ten. This is a massive game here. Michigan State at Ohio State, one of the 3 undefeateds left as we go towards conference championships. Jay Jettas, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 3.5-point favorite for the Buckeyes. Are we gonna get to see some Stan Reisner content today? The best yams of all time. The great Jay Jettas. Most natties in SFA history on his 4th team. Former Oklahoma, Minnesota, then back to Oklahoma, then Oregon for a year. Now at Michigan State. Can he pull another top win off here? I don't see him in chat. We'll just go heads and kick. Second best defense in the country here for the Buckeyes as we head to the shoe. A lot of people feeling like Michigan State has this one in the bag. I wouldn't be so sure these Buckeyes when we've seen them play this year. It feels like they are officially back, returning to their Season 11 form. So heads and kick. Here we go. No score early, a defensive battle here at the shoe. 7-0 for Michigan State. They strike first. Ohio State. Oh, they get a defensive one. And it's 16-7 in the blink of an eye. They missed an extra point. But here comes Michigan State. They get one back and they got to hang in there. They've got to reply. It's 30-17. Even after a kickoff return, it's still a 2-score game. Can Michigan State find the magic? They get one back. Can Osborne end it? 4 minutes left. A touchdown would probably do it here. 4th and 10, and they do get the field goal. So 33-24. Michigan State needs a score for us to jump in. We cannot jump in yet. They've got a score here. Incomplete. Touchdown, Michigan State. All right, we'll watch them do the onside kick here. 2 minutes left. 33-31. Right to the receiver's hands. Can they force a fumble? No, they can't. So we've seen a lot of attempts. Can any defense get off the field? Can they find a way to get the ball back? Looking for Rokeem Shields, the SFA linebacker. Seymour Verkeke misses the tackle. There goes Pierre Stone. First down. Was a Heisman finalist last year, Pierre Stone. One of the best running teams in the country. One of the best running backs. Handoff again. Seymour Verkeke still on his feet. Pat Stone for 8. Second and 2. Holding him to a field goal would be great here, as it'd still be a 1-score game. Osborne at quarterback. The handoff to Stone. Another first. It's not looking good here for Michigan State. I believe they're toast. I believe that's game. Victory formation. Yeah, but the unfortunate thing, Coach Fye, is revamped. They're not gonna. They haven't made any more updates on this game since College Football 25 came out. So there's no hope of getting any updates or anything like that. It just kind of stopped. So they're running a real play here. So a stoppage could save Michigan State. We're pushing them out of bounds. Oh, that was a bad angle. He gets them from behind, and all they got to do is snap the ball, and they're done. They're running a real play again. So can Jay Jettas get bailed out? 3rd and 5. The handoff, Pat Stone, touchdown! It's still an 8-point game. Can they miss the extra point? And yeah, that's a cover. Some people are pissed off about that one. Yeah, that was a no cover there for a second, and that will do it. You see, Texas gets another win. So, 2-score game. We got to go back to the sim, see if they can get lucky with a big-time score, and no, they can't. So, that will do it. It's an Ohio State cover. They stay unbeaten, as all 3 undefeated teams remain unbeaten. Going into the final week of the year, North Carolina, Ohio State, and Texas State are all undefeated. It's been so long since we've had that many teams this far. Normally at this point, it's maybe one since we've started competitively scheduling teams. So, big time year at the top. But that doesn't necessarily indicate a playoff performance, as, of course, some of the most dominant regular season teams in SFA history did not win a playoff game. So you had that crazy streak of like 10 years where the number 1 seed never won a first-round game. Or never won the CFP. But that will do it here. So 40-31, a lot of scoring. A lot of Pierre Stone as well. Lee Thomas, 19-35, 240, 2 touchdowns. Stan Reisner, only 91 yards. Yeah, if you're cheering for these teams to lose because you want one of those 2 first-round buys. But if they're both undefeated, there's no chance you get the bye over them. Ohio State, Isaac Osborne, 16-27, 219 and a tutty. Pat Stone, 149 and 4 touchdowns. But honestly, even with one loss, like, we've seen so many 2-seed G5 teams that just aren't competitive. I don't think you'd get the 2nd seed. Yeah, you need either North Carolina or Ohio State to stumble in the championship game so that they can't get a bye. So Rakeem Shields, the SFA player, back from injury, gets player of the game, but it wasn't enough. So OSU with the cover. Make sure I pay you guys out here. Oh, no. I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Hold on. Let me pay this out, and I'll fix that. I don't know what I did. I clicked the wrong button. There you go. Sorry. I wondered what that button did. All right. No, that was my mistake. Everybody's welcome. Subscriber only. All right, San Diego State and UNLV. This is the Patreon game of the week. If you want more content, chance to get voted on BearCave more, or chance to be on watch parties, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA to help support us. So, UNLV, 6-point favorite at home. We'll start this prediction here. Cryo, if you're here, or McNasty, since you're here, let me know kick or receive, as you are the away team. Can McNasty ruin the life of Cryo another week here? All red. Yeah, I think Fresno already clinched, but still a lot on the line in terms of bowl game quality. Surely they have an all red alt, right? I don't have to make it by myself. There we go. Heads and kick for McNasty. Yes, sir. He's back home. Garrett Gamara Jr., a junior in high school right now. He's almost back. Or I guess he's a sophomore in high school. It's a little longer till we get Matt Barkley Jr. and Garrett Gamara Jr. All right, let's get on into this game. Back at Allegiant, always a bit darker of a stadium. Got some Parkertown fans here in the chat for Derby. UNLV, a bit disappointing season considering they are the second highest rated G5 team this year. They've just stumbled a few too many times. So the top three highest rated teams in the G5 were Fresno State, who's locked up a division, UNLV, and Texas State. All right, so heads and kick for McNasty. Remember, guys, got a full game day coming at you from the Big 12. Iowa State and Baylor. Two of the best programs in SFA history going head-to-head. But UNLV scores first here. Can San Diego State make this a game? It's not looking good. Where's Gibby Gerbax? Does he only pop off against D-Sleep? 17-0. Come on. McNasty, where's the fire? McNasty, not like this. They get 3. They're not going to get shut out today. 24. Not looking good. Can we see a fourth quarter masterclass here for McNasty? Not looking great. 31-3. Domination here for the Rebels. And that will do it. A pure domination day. 38-3. Making a statement. UNLV with the cover. And that's what happens when you don't recruit, folks. Trip McNeil, Nick Gilbert. There's some touchdowns there for Parker Towns. Robert Thompson, 10 of 19 today. They really couldn't get much going. Bob Backus only had 55 yards. Same with Gibby. Kemba McLeod, 9 tackles. 3 TFLs. They had 3 total sacks. Just hasn't been the best year here for McNasty. They do have some good players on this team, but need a bit more building as Parker Towns, 24 of 46, just barely above the Concepcion line. He had 305 and 3 tutties. No rushing touchdowns as Kinghorn gets 77. Gilbert had 110. A lot of pancakes for the Russians and a lot of TFLs today with 4 total sacks. Yep. Anytime you're at a new team, you get first-year immunity, no matter what. So you can't get fired or spin the wheel for a punishment because you don't really impact that team that cycle. But you can definitely set yourself in a massive hole for year 2, right? So you gotta at least try do a little bit for the team. As all right, so now we're at the part of the stream where no, Coach Wallfly's jumped around from a lot of different teams, but yeah, he got fired from Ole Miss in a year and a half, I believe, or maybe 2.5 years. So we're at the part of the stream where we have to sim Wisconsin. Dreaming of a bowl game, probably not there, but I've used my final visit. I'm 0 for 3 this year on the Tamper visits. Can I get this one? We're going for the top corner. If I win this game, it unlocks a 21% wheel spin. Please, I'm on my knees. Desperate for a win. Desperate for a wheel spin. I still have no players signed. I am in the lead for a... Yeah, it is integrity drops, yes, but I am in the lead for the derby, so I got to finish that out, get a reward player, but it's all TP and campers for me. So let's see what we can do. 2-8 Northwestern. Don't be a hero. Yes! I saw the 31. I got scared. Puka Bear! Puka Bear with 2 touchdowns on your dome and in your home. We lost our top receiver for the year, Eric Hunter. It don't matter. So that will unlock the wheel spin. The results of that will be posted later on tonight. See if we get our first recruit, a 98 speed corner. Come on. Come on home, big dog. So I'm just going to get my screenshots here so that I do not forget to post my game. I used to forget to post my game all the time. 5 touchdowns for Tyler Wright. I need a quarterback bad next year as well. Things are not looking good over here at Wisconsin, but 5-6, that's a massive improvement from 1-11. All right, so let's move it on. We're headed to the ACC, where Maryland and Florida State will do battle. Maryland, a couple of very close games this year for Papa Smoke. The question, though, is he looking ahead? Is he not caring about this game? Is he looking ahead to the Battle of the Beak? Or are they going to take down Florida State? East Carolina already lost. I believe that gives Florida State a chance in the division. They're a 7-point lead, or a 7-point favorite here. Coach Papa Smoke, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. We got the Terps and the Seminoles coming alive and in color. So I have Timothy Buffett in this game as my pick. He's had a couple great weeks in a row. Yawn. You guys thinking I cheat? Come on, buddy. These are simmed live. You think I really recorded all this footage and I'm just commentating over it later? Yes, that's exactly what's happening. I recorded this 58-minute, I just sit here and play on my phone and just wait so that I can talk over it later on. Alright, I don't see Papa Smoke, so we'll go aboard with Coach Jackie Moon, who wants to kick. Jackie Moon, did you want a jersey request? You didn't submit. And I know you are a bit of a traditionalist over there. Yep, none of you guys are real. It's all me. I'm controlling 30 accounts right now. All 18 viewers. All 49 subs that we have right now. Oh yeah, no, I constantly stutter and fall over my words all the time. That will never change. Not only I've always kind of had a little bit of a stutter, but I'm chronically sleep deprived, which does not help it. So here we go. So East Carolina lost to Clemson this week. So Florida State has a chance to win the division here. And of course, the winner will take on North Carolina. They've already clinched the division. Oh, Coach Papa Smoke slightly late on the coin toss. Sorry, buddy. I had to go with Jackie Moon as he was here. So wait, what does he want? Jackie Moon wanted to kick. So Maryland will start with the rock. Can Maryland get a massive upset here and clinch that bowl game? Quick start here for Florida State. Another touchdown. Come on. Maryland gets it done. They've had some big games this season. 21-14. Come on, Maryland. 28-14. They've got to do something here. Maryland, and they can't do it. 35-38. It's not looking good for Maryland, and they might need the Battle of the Beak to get a bowl game. It's 18 points. Do they have a miracle? Do we have a premium Jackie Moon choke? Oh, do we have a premium Jackie Moon choke? Please, interception, something. I can't jump in yet. It's an 11-point game. Can they, like, hold them or something? 4th down? No. Oh, that's going to do it. They had a chance, and it's Buffett with the touchdown. My Derby is cooking. And they might get a garbage time. Yes, they do, to make it look better on the score sheet. So 45-34 is your final, as Florida State will cover and win the division. We've got Florida State and North Carolina, which will very likely be for a first-round bye. And Trayvon Burner got a kickoff return. So if somebody picked Trayvon Burner, they would have gotten a 10-point play right there. Buffett, I think, only got 1 touchdown. So Jay Fullman threw a pass today. Is DeAndre Claxton, 14-22, 196 and 1 touchdown. Running the ball, Jay Fullman had 3 touchdowns today on the ground. And, yeah, the 1 catch, let's go, Timothy Buffett. I got 2 points out of that. We will take it. Yeah, after I do the stats, I'll give a quick rundown. But Sonnen with 2 TFLs, no sacks for the defense, no picks. So very clean defense here. A lot of chance at interceptions, but they couldn't get it done. But 2 fumbles. And for Benedict Hasselbrook, 27-46, 422 and 4 tutties. CeeLo Gold only had 48 yards. They really couldn't run the ball today. They just got down so quickly. McKinstry gets a touchdown. Dodson leading the way. Ferris Butter with 2 tackles, or TFLs, 2 sacks. No picks, so no picks for either side. And no fumbles. So 45-34 is your final high-scoring game. And that will do it for this game. That is a Florida State cover. 64% of you guys are rocking with the Seminoles. Hey guys, how funny would it be if I held out Florida State with 1 loss from the playoff just because? I think it would be funny. They'd go cry to the senator. TC didn't let me in the playoffs. All right, so just a quick rundown of what's happened on BearCave so far. We got Notre Dame outright, Alabama cover, Cal outright, BYU outright. That's the big shock of the day. Ohio State cover, UNLV cover, and Florida State cover. So no covers quite yet. As we got a fun one, Colorado taking on Oklahoma. So Coach Moon, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Both 7-3. This is not necessarily a game for the playoffs by chance, or even the division. But dude, these teams are 7-3. These guys could get quality bowl games, you know. So we'll see what happens here. A 9-point favorite for Oklahoma. Brent Favre, definitely not the best year for Oklahoma, the team that has the most national championships in SFA history. So -9 for OU. And no Johnny Snot for Colorado. It will be T.J. Luke. So heads and kick. And then Moon wants he wants all black. Yep, well, John Wobbles taking over for Oklahoma unless he answers the transfer portal. Thank you guys for giving us massive numbers today. Consistently 15 viewers today. Let's go. On a Monday afternoon game day. Remember, all VODs will be posted. We got a full game day today. Game day coming up. Big 12 matchup. And then we also have recruits later on tonight. Only 3 more weeks of recruiting. Chef Moose has pot roast today. Green beans and mashed potatoes. Dude, I love a mashed potato. My favorite food in the world, hands down. Mashed potato, buffalo chicken, anything. But mashed potatoes, man. Hell yeah. And we got rain in Oklahoma. Colorado, right in Mashburn. As you look at the division, the defending champs have already wrapped it up, but this is a big-time game for the conference anyways. Look at the Schooner Schooner. Can it take a topple today? The hands of the Buffaloes. Here we go. Boomer Sooner. So heads in kick here for the Buffaloes. Ari Kazumba there at the coin toss. We'll see if he makes a tackle today. And they will, they chose to return it, so a bit of disrespect here for the Sooners, and they go nowhere. Colorado scores first. Colorado, they're up 10. 10-7. This reminds me of the real-life game I went to in like 03 or 04, where Colorado upset top 3 Oklahoma. 17-14 Oklahoma, 21-17. Come on, Colorado. The great Cody Hawkins was the quarterback of the Buffaloes in that game. SFA legend. 24-17. Can Oklahoma find a way? It was a fumble, but they do nothing with it. Come on, Colorado, please. I'm on my knees. 4th down. And a 15-yard penalty. Come on, Moon. What are you doing? It's all right, Farr. He can't do anything with it. 4th and 2. And it's a no good. Colorado survives a whiff on the 27-yarder. No way. Oh, no. Interception for TJ Luke. Intercepted. TJ Luke masterclass. And touchdown Oklahoma, so we can't jump on in unless they score. It's a 2-score game. Currently in Oklahoma cover. So we got to wait and see. Can they get a big play here? TJ Luke masterclass. He's doing it. Come on, TJ. TJ Luke, they're cutting. Oh, my. The onside kick. 48 seconds in a dream. Please. Fumble. They still have their timeout, so we will watch it. It's currently a no cover. Currently a no cover. Can Colorado get a chance? Do we get to see a TJ Luke moonball? Please. Brent Farr. He keeps it. There goes Farr. Oh, he stiffies him in. And that will do it. Lonnie Thomas. A diabolical stiffy from Brent Farr, the 6'11 quarterback. And, like, we've jumped into a lot of games today, but I've had no highlights. I have one highlight today. No, it's just a lot of defenses choking, trying to end the game. So, Colorado being petty here, making them snap it again. Coach Moon. 3rd and 14. And that will do it. As we'll just get to watch the punt team sit there and... Oh, they're going 4 wide here on 4th and 16. Will they snap it? Threatening the 4 wide. Please snap it and cover. This would be hilarious. Please snap it and cover. It's a 7-point game. Currently a no cover for Oklahoma. Please snap it. Snap it. Snap it. Oh my God. Far, he almost snapped it. Come on, Far. Please, please, I'm on my knees. Please snap, 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 snap it! Snap it, Far! No! So Oklahoma, no cover. A fun game nonetheless. They just kicked us out of that game instantly. So 46% of you guys trusted Moon to cover, and he did. So 31-24 is your final. Mashburn gets a tutty. Reddick gets one. TJ Luke, the master, 10 of 24, 150, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Elite 74 yards for Mashburn, 17 for Reddick. He did not have a good day. Two TFLs, Dominic Davis, 3 sacks. 1 pick for Vanderhosen, but not enough. The fumble for Shannon Silva as well. It looked like a great day for the Buffaloes, but Brent Farr was just too good. 24 of 44. 2 touchdowns and a pick. He's not even very good, dude. Brent Farr, what a waste of talent, man. So 6 TFLs for Justin Hodge. Dominated the middle. 3 total sacks. The pick for Jake Wolf. And the fumble. So 8-win season so far for Oklahoma. Won't be back in the playoffs without Jay Jettas, but should get a quality bowl game. Maybe a Latina Juice Bowl or something. Got to get to 9-3. And who knows, they might find their way into the rankings. Remember, we will only do 1 week of playoff rankings, which can drastically differ from regular rankings. So don't be surprised if there's like a big riser like that. All right, so here we go. We're coming down the stretch here on BearCave. We've got 2 games left. And this one is a massive one. If it looks like both these teams are locked out of their CCG. So if they want any chance at an at-large bid, they've got to win this game. USC and Arizona. USC has a great chance at an at-large if they win out. But Arizona needs that 10-2 desperately. So Crew or Coach Hunt, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 6-point favorite here for the Trojans. Bryce Beers potentially missing out on his first CFP of his career. The generational talent. The most hated man in the SFA. Oh, Coach 5, the Bryce Beers pick. That's a big one. Heavy hitter, picking the best player in the save. So we got 2 games left. Remember, guys, our main event is Nebraska and Iowa, which is for the division. We'll see that next, and we also have Baylor and Iowa State. Iowa State has their division, but Baylor needs the win. Otherwise, it might be Texas Tech or even Texas that gets the nod. So a lot of fun games still to play here as we're winding down on another great game day. So can Bryce Beers do the unthinkable? Can he take down USC and Coach Crew, who feel like they have a playoff spot locked up here in a power conference locked out of the CCG? But if they go 11-1, they should be okay. Especially with like the independent not looking great. A couple other conferences potentially losing their auto bids. We are in the Coliseum. Very unrealistic. It's a full Coliseum. That one burgundy and navy section is actual reality. So here we go. Heads and kick for the Titty Twisters. We'll actually be playing Arizona here with the Croakers in a couple of games. I'll be episode this weekend, but 7-0, 10-0 here for USC. Come on, Bryce. Punch it home. They have a 5-star running back as well, Malik Phillips. There you go, Arizona. Arizona is a heavy hitter team. They have a lot of SFA players, and they are losing at halftime. These are both big-time West Coast teams. 28-17. I love Bryce Beers. I love Bryce Beers. I love Bryce Beers. Finish it. No. Not like this. 35-24. Remember, we can only jump in if it's a one-score game. Come on, punch it home. Punch it home. Touchdown, Malik Phillips, and that will do it. Arizona with another big-time win. And this is going to be another year where USC likely misses the playoff. It was a great year so far, but 42-24 on the Dome. The legendary Bryce motherfucking Beers, baby. He deserves all of the respect. He deserves the top pick. He deserves the generational talent tag, as that is an Arizona outright victory. 44% of you guys know ball. On your dome and in your home, Bryce motherfucking Beers. Except I only think he got one touchdown. No, he got 2, 18-26, 266, and 2 touchdowns. I'm praying I can save him. But Malik Phillips, have yourself a day. 4 touchdowns for the 5-star running back. I'm praying I can save Beers from declaring. 15 tackles for Matt Roberts. Insane game. Bomani Evans, back from injuries, missed most of the year, the SFA player. Magnus Hannibal, the other SFA player, the 5-star, got a sack. No, he has a high ankle sprain, so I believe that's what he's still recovering from it. He's probable, but I don't think he's injured. We'll see, though, tomorrow. 19-37, 227, 2 touchdowns for Demetrius Cannon. Jaquez Shady, only 61 yards today for the SFA player. Powell and Jackson both got one in. Bruce Beers, his brother, so he's facing his brother today, Dogwater. 9 tackles, and that's about it. Bog Trotter had TFLs. Nobody sacked him. So maybe Bruce Beers was a double agent today. But 42-24 is the final. Another upset here of a top 15 team. A lot of upsets this week. And look at that. Bruce Beers. Too bad they didn't get Bryce Beers, the player of the game. But Malik Phillips had a big day. That is an Arizona outright victory if you're scoring at home. And we got only the main event left here of BearCave. Oh yeah, Day might be hurt. I saw that. He didn't finish the game. I haven't checked injuries, so I have no idea. So this is our main event in the game day a little bit later, but first we gotta settle the score in the Big Ten. Winner of this game wins the division. The Heroes game, an age-old classic. Coach Zach, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. So Nebraska, a 5-point favorite on the road. Or will we see Iowa? They're trying to go back-to-back Big Ten champions. They made it to the quarterfinals last year. Jamarcus McNutt, of course. The Rizzler, the power of the Rizzler. So who do you got in this one? Very interesting game indeed. Winner is going to face the winner of Ohio State, Michigan next week for a playoff spot. Both these teams probably don't have the chance in an at-large bid. Michigan for sure, no at-large bid. It would only be Ohio State that's likely in at-large contention. So let's jump on into it. Nebraska has the overall advantage, but Iowa has the vibes advantage. It's been a bit of a weird year here for Nebraska. watching them live just hasn't really panned out like we thought it would, with Shu O'Connie coming over from Stanford and gelling with Vondale Bronco and Dakota Jumping Bull. But for Iowa, they have always looked great. They beat Iowa State, of course, in the Cy-Hawk earlier this year. An absolute shocker of a game. So here we go, number 15 and 16 in Iowa City. Do not see Zach, so it's a heads and kick. Who goes to the Big Ten Championship? Iowa starts out first. Nebraska not doing anything. Iowa's up 2 scores. What a start here for the Hawkeyes. Nebraska, though, coming back. They get a field goal. 17-3. They need a touchdown. They get it before it, but Iowa strikes. Iowa. This 19-yarder to Kadon Tootle. 14-point lead entering the second half. Nebraska strikes, but Iowa responds. Iowa is not going away. Nobody gives Iowa a chance. They get a fumble. Can Iowa finish it? No. Oh, they get the stop. Oh, my God. It's a stop on 4th down. Remember, we can't jump in unless it's a 1-score game. And that's a touchdown. Nebraska gets it. So they're down 7. It was Dakota Jumping Bull. We'll jump on in here. 2nd and 5. Can Iowa finish the job? Under center, Jamarcus McNutt. Dash Dixie with the carry. He moves, he goes, and he goes down! Third and 4. Game on the line for Nebraska. A first down will end it. The handoff. Oh, penetration! And a dummy page! Nebraska gets it back. Nebraska will have their chance. One timeout in a dream to tie the game. Dakota Jumping Bull on the return. So Shu O'Connie, 2 touchdowns on the day. They need 1 more to tie it up to send this to overtime. The Heroes game, the Big Ten Championship on the line. Iowa trying to repeat. Nebraska trying to get back to the playoff. Been to the Natty twice, never won it. Over the middle, that's caught wide open. That's a first. That is Jace Fiker, the transfer from Oregon, Taylor Prado's favorite receiver. Empty set here for Shu O'Connie. They are in yam range already. Corner blitz for Iowa. They get it off. And only 4. Clock continues to run. They only have that 1 timeout. They've got to hurry it up here. Shu almost 300 yards there. Empty set again. Dakota Jumping Bull, top of the screen. Corner blitz. He yams it to the corner. Caught! Jace Fiker again! He tiptoes on the sideline. We've seen him do that a million times in an Oregon uniform. He does it today. Last couple times we've seen him, he hasn't really done much. But he's been huge on this drive. 1st and 10 for Shu. It's a screen. Vondale Bronco in open space. Watch out. And they tackle him. 47 seconds. Clock still running. That was a big-time risk. 40 seconds. They're 35 yards away. Can Nebraska tie the game? Trips right. Shu O'Connie. He has time. He yams it. It's caught. He has room. Inside the 20. It's David Nicholson. They've got to hurry it up. 14 yards away to tie the game, to keep the playoff hopes alive. Nebraska, it's a floaty out of bounds. He had a chance. 27 seconds. Can Shu O'Connie do it? The transfer from Stanford. Dakota Jumping Bull, top of your screen, getting double teamed. 2nd and 10. Yams it deep, out of bounds, off the upright. Clock still going. They're not calling it an end. What? That's incomplete. Why did the clock not stop? Nebraska getting screwed. He rolls, and he's sacked. Shu Oconee just got screwed. Oh, the Cornhuskers are in shambles. Heroes game on the line. The division on the line. Can Iowa hold the line? Throws it. Intercepted! It's going the other way. Mondale Bronco gives chase, but Iowa's going back to the Big Ten championship. Coach Jarkus and the power of the Rizzler saves the day for Iowa. 000. And they have a chance to go back to back. Disaster here for the Corn. Just an egregious clock error from the refs. Then Shu takes a sack, and then they call a bubble screen. Just a comedy of errors. Now, hope isn't lost for Nebraska, of course, as they are still only a 3-loss team. They'll get a fantastic bowl game and potentially still a chance at a Citrus Bowl. But man, a tough way to end the season looking for a championship is Jamarcus McNutt, the transfer from Rutgers. Everybody hated him because he's in the triple option with Nathan. Jarkus uncovered a gem, as they have reached heights with McNutt that Gloop could never reach. And folks, that is an Iowa outright victory. What a game. What a game here for the Hawkeyes, folks. We'll check out the stats, and then we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back for the game day game. We got Baylor and Iowa State. The VOD of BearCave will be over on YouTube, along with the game day VOD. We'll have highlights from game day uploaded tomorrow. We also have the Croakers Dynasty debut for College Football 26. If you want to check it out over on YouTube, already in Season 2. We're going to try to get through a ton of seasons in that series. We only got through 5 with the Yams, so I'm going to try to get at least 10 with the Croakers. So 31-24, Shu Oconee, 21-39, 313 and 2 interceptions. Rushing the ball, 148 and a touchdown for Bronco. Dakota Jumping Bull, 2 catches. One of them was for a touchdown. And on defense, 3 TFLs for Sean Sanders. 3 sacks, no interceptions. The Citrus Bowl has always been the premier non-CFP bowl game. It's always been the top 2 it's the 2 highest rated users that are not in the CFP. That's always been the premier game. But yeah, obviously you want to make the college football playoff, but yeah, it's always been the game day of bowl season, as McNutt gets 3 TDs. Dash Dixie 120. LaShonte Bryant scores. So there you go, Coach Mike, getting back in the swing of things in the Derby. Remember, guys, still a ton of chances to make a comeback in the Derby. If you pick somebody to return a kickoff, it's 10 points or a defensive touchdown. Kalen Winans gets an interception, a couple deflections, fumbles, and that will do it. So, of course, as always, I just want to get my my screenshot here. We'll preview Rivalry Week, Week 14, here in the SFA. So, McNutt, Shu, Brad Thomas, and McDonald are all your players of the game, as that is a Iowa outright winner for your BearCave. Let me check out. Let me choose the outcome. more people actually chose Iowa, so Iowa may be winning people over finally. They have wins over Nebraska, Iowa State. They are going to be a tough nut to crack here in the playoffs. So let's look ahead to week 14. Let me just make sure all of week 13 is simmed besides our game day. Yep. So remember, guys, week 14 will be on Saturday morning. Every game that involves a divisional race that's coming down to the wire will be on BearCave. So I'm going to get with Rick and we'll figure out how many games that is. And however many it is, we'll do the whole thing. So even if it's 15, 20 games, we've had a 23-game slate before, I believe. So that will all be Saturday morning. And then CCGs, of course. So as we look ahead, UNC, Nevada, Iowa State, Kansas State. This game, I believe, is for the division. New Mexico and UTEP. Arkansas, Texas Tech is going to be a fun one for bowl eligibility for Arkansas. Florida State, Florida, of course, always a fun one. Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Mod Bowl. Unfortunately, not the best year here for Coach Rick. And this one, the one everybody's waiting for and clamoring for, UTSA, Texas State. Can Coach 5 finally get over the dog water hump, or will the Roadrunners reign supreme on I-35? That will be a fun one. Very likely going to be game day. Northwestern Illinois, Baylor, TCU, Nebraska, and Colorado is always fun. Bowl eligibility here between Tech and Georgia. That's hilarious. Michigan, Ohio State is for the division on who's going to face Iowa. West Virginia and Pitt for bowl eligibility for Coach Mills. Cincinnati, man, they're looking good this year. Under the radar team. We got the Battle of the Beak, which is always a guaranteed BearCave game. Notre Dame, Stanford, a fun one. And this one looks like it's going to be for bowl eligibility. That one might get watch party. That will be a fun game, a guaranteed bowl game for the winner. Colorado State, Air Force, Rutgers, Georgia Southern, unless they tumble here late, has a chance to go back to the playoff. Arizona looking for potentially getting an at-large bid, maybe. Of course, Army, Navy, everybody's favorite. The Apple Cup all of a sudden has massive implications. This one is for the division, I believe. Buffalo and Syracuse. So a lot of fun games here. I'm not even like halfway through the games. We're vibing here. Can Utah State get a win? And Boston College, it depends on the other results, but I think Boston College might be out of the playoff. I'll have to check on that. BYU in the Holy War. If they win this and Washington loses, they will go to the Pac-12 championship. What a year that would be for BYU. Suffering insane amounts of injuries. Coach Mushbrain looking for bowl eligibility against Rice. Of course, number 1, North Carolina. A bit of a tune-up game for FSU. Ohio, they've got to win and hope Kent State loses. The Iron Bowl is always a big one. Boise in California. No longer a Pac-12 matchup, but still a fun non-con game. This one might be for the division. LA Tech and North Texas, I believe that is. Fresno, San Diego State. Get to the end here. Vandy trying to take down Tennessee. Purdue and Indiana. Bedlam doesn't really matter this year. Texas and Texas A&M. Texas needs to keep winning to have a chance at that at-large. And Akron, so Kent State, all they need to do is beat Akron, and they are in the game. Ole Miss, Mississippi State. This one is also potentially for a bowl game between Jay Jettas and Dave. That's a fun one. And this one is for the division. 2 9-2 games in the MAC. Coach Bob Toledo taking on Central Michigan. That's a fun one. Very under-the-radar game. And LSU in Tulane. So if Tulane can take down LSU, this all of a sudden gets very crazy if LSU did in fact win the division, because then they would not be able to make the playoffs. So those are all of the games we're looking at in Week 14, but we still have one game left. The Big 12 matchup, cross-divisional rivals. These teams have been linked together for years and years. Iowa State 2 natties, Baylor 1. Baylor has been the perennial powerhouse, though, of the conference. A win for Baylor will clinch the Big 12 championship rematch against these teams. So I'm going to take about a 5-minute break, go to the bathroom, wrap some stuff up, and then we'll be right back and watch this game in its entirety. Don't go anywhere, guys. A lot of fun action still coming up. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. And as always, thank you so much for the support. Any bits, any subs, any comments, and just showing up for the streams is always super helpful. So thank you guys so much for the support. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.